U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis.
Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Mechie, the man in motion.
Throwing is Lewis.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. The Vikings hit 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now Lewis.
This is caught by Addison.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Lewis Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Prescott off play action.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Addison will go in motion left.
To throw is Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
In motion right, that's Metcalf.
Play action now, Prescott. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Lewis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Jefferson moving in motion left.
Here's Lewis to throw on 3rd down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Running left is Walker.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, You're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A second down throw for Prescott. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he bowls over him. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Lewis now. Off play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes. David Ajabo running in to take him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
47. So we're going to 53.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the first. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Lewis on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
First down, Prescott. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Prescott down. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Lewis on first down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20.
31-yard line.
In motion right is Addison.
To throw is Lewis. Throwing on first down.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Over the middle and complete to Addison. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Mechie, the man in motion. Now they'll change things up.
Back to throw again.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This now a 3rd and 4. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Their own 32-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jefferson moving in motion left.
Go Jack. 19, Pioneer.
Throwing on 1st down. Lewis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Lewis on 1st and 10.
Got Edwards now on the slant.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Jefferson moving in motion left.
Right there.
Lewis now to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and Lewis lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
At the 17-yard line.
Lewis on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hey, check that. Street.
Now Lewis throwing again. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Lewis. Throwing to start the drive. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Throwing here, Prescott. He's got a man, complete.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Vikings 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
We go 46. Hey, kill. We go 47. Go, get out there.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing, Prescott. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Play brings up fourth and goal at the 3-yard line.
An audible here to get a new look.
Fourth down, Prescott.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
The score, Seahawks 42, Vikings 17.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, smash Bronco. Chop 60, chop 60. Cut 19, cut 19. Check smash.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, it's a much-needed victory.
Ready? Ready? Ready up! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger! Let go! Let's go now! Viking 18, Warrior 70, hut hut! Here we go, here we go! Cowboy 80! Stop! Ready! 60 years! Here we go, shot! Ready, ready? Get up! Get up! Down!